Tamweel Africa Holding is a banking group created by the Islamic Corporation for the Development of the Private Sector, ICD, a specialized institution of the Islamic Development Bank, IDB Group. Tamweel's mission is to make Islamic finance a factor of socioeconomic development through a network of performing Islamic banks. Today, Tamweel counts 4 Islamic banks in West Africa: the Islamic Bank of Senegal, BIS, the Islamic Bank of Niger, BIN, the Islamic Bank of Guinea, BIG, and the Islamic Bank of Mauritania, BIM. With only 20 or so agencies at its inception 10 years ago, Tamweel Africa Holding has strengthened the financial soundness of its investments, reinforced the financial structure of its subsidiaries, and developed its subsidiaries' networks. Today, Tamweel consists of roughly 60 agencies and has created nearly 500 jobs.
Pendant ces 10 ans, on a pu mettre en place.
Over the last 10 years, we have set up a complete Islamic governance system, complete with the compliance of all our processes and products, and with the use of a Sharia complaint information system.
Certifié Sharia compliant.
At the heart of the Islamic finance system is the Sharia Committee, a supervisory board of Islamic financial institutions. It must be noted, though, that there are some clear prohibitions in Islam regarding funding, especially where interest is concerned. As such, Sharia emphasizes income distribution in a fair and ethical manner.
The purpose of the Sharia Supervisory Board is to give the institution, the management of the institution, and the relevant staff of the institution who are overseeing different lines of financing to different types of activities in the economy. We have to make sure that, first of all, the activities that are financed are in line with Sharia, and the financing of those Sharia-compatible activities are done properly such that they fulfill the letter and the spirit of the Sharia.
To promote Islamic finance in the sub-region, the Central Bank of West African States, the BCEAO, set up a regulatory framework in March 2018. The Islamic Development Bank, IDB, then supported the BCEAO in terms of training and financial support. Tamweel has thus been given the opportunity to enhance Islamic finance through a varied offering of products and services. Conversely, Tamweel is working to promote its products more effectively while ensuring its populations are given a solid financial education. These efforts have paid off, as people today have a new perception of Islamic finance. This perception is presented to them as
an effective way to finance the real economy, not a substitute for conventional finance, but a complementary offering that will contribute to overall financial inclusion.
Financial inclusion is more effective in Islamic finance because in all Tamweel intervention countries, in Senegal, Niger, Mauritania, and Guinea, the population is predominantly Muslim. Heading Niger. Here, the Islamic Bank of Niger, the BIN, a subsidiary of Tamweel, is the nation's only Islamic bank. It is very active in the Nigerian economy, and it offers Islamic financial products in several sectors. Created in 1982, the Islamic Bank of Niger, through the collection of savings and the distribution of financing, answers the needs of a significant part of the Nigerian population. It also offers modern and competitive banking services in accordance with Islamic requirements and principles. What's more, the BIN accompanies Satu SA, which in Niamey operates in the building and public works sectors. In addition to the construction of social housing and schools, Satu SA recently built a dike on the right bank of the Niger River.
You will find that the Islamic Development Bank is the main investor in Niger. Since we're a subsidiary of the Islamic Development Bank, our goal is to be the link, the common thread, if you will, of all commercial financing on the ground. We are satisfied with our partnership with the Islamic Bank of Niger, which from the beginning to the end has made good on its project commitments and accepted our support.
Maury specializes in construction, public works, and hydraulics. It also plays a key role in the marketing of petroleum products.
By realizing our markets, we contribute enormously to the nation's development, particularly in the sector that every project we do provides jobs.
In this mission, Maury succeeds by enhancing Niger's development, thanks to the support of the Islamic Bank of Niger. And now, Guinea. The first private bank in the country, the Islamic Bank of Guinea, the BIG, launched in 1983 and is owned entirely by the Islamic Development Bank Group. This includes 31.55% ownership by the IDB and 68.45% ownership by Tamweel Africa Holding.
We are the only bank in the Republic of Guinea that operates in line with Islamic finance.
Customers benefit from a complete accompaniment of advisors and other experts. The bank is very active and supports both companies and individuals in the execution of their markets, all while supporting financial inclusion through the implementation of digital solutions. It has adopted a quality-oriented approach, emphasizing the nature of its services to customers.
This approach is also inclusive and participative. In fact, we have not yet found a local bank that focuses on the quality of its service offerings, like the BIG.
Here in Bouquet, on the banks of Rio Nunez, in northern Guinea, Cimadi, a transport company, delivers laterite to the port of the United Mining Company, UMS. Cimadi, a client of the BIG, works with 100 trucks financed by the Islamic Bank. Cimadi would like to increase its fleet before training and employing more of the local youth.
We have been elected the best local content in the mining industry in Guinea.
The BIG is also active in this country. Guinea is known for its strong agricultural potential. It has even financed some farmers' federations, like for the production of pineapple in Kindia.
The bank made an agreement with a very young federation and opened a credit line of 2 billion Guinean francs to fund the purchase of irrigation equipment and fertilizers.
Today, it offers businesses and economic operators modern and competitive banking services in accordance with Islamic prescriptions.
Our partnership with the Islamic Bank of Guinea has allowed us to expand our fleets. We are also actively involved in local development, and we are hiring Guineans who work in Guinea and trained in Guinea by Guineans. We are very satisfied with our partnership with the Islamic Bank of Guinea.
Now we proceed to Mauritania, where in 2011, Tamweel Africa Holding created the Islamic Bank of Mauritania. The BIM is backed by a shareholder with extensive experience and expertise in Islamic finance, as well as a network of subsidiaries covering the sub-region, which includes Senegal, Niger, and Guinea. By providing customers with products and services that comply with the principles of Islamic finance, the BIM is winning its bet of becoming a first-choice bank for Mauritanians. In fact, the Islamic Bank of Mauritania offers businesses and individuals a full range of innovative, quality products and services rooted in the principles of Islamic finance. On the one hand, the BIM proceeds with the collection of resources, and on the other hand, it grants funding.
Practically, we have covered essentially every sector since our inception.
In the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, Islamic finance is viewed favorably.
La Mauritanie s'appelle République islamique de Mauritanie.
Mauritania, otherwise known as the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, has an Islamic identity that follows the entire population. As such, there is a great enthusiasm for Islamic finance, especially since Islamic finance doesn't only cater to Muslims. All people and societies can use the ethical finance system.
Les besoins de la population et des sociétés.
In Nouakchott, Smagic is a company specialized in spatial planning, agriculture, and hydraulics. Funded by the BIM, Smagic has executed several Mauritanian state contracts, as well as markets financed by donors or NGOs. Arab contractors present in the country since the 90s also plays an active role in the Senegal River's sanitation and drinking water supply.
It is thanks to the support of Islamic Bank that I can reach my goals. Everything has worked well so far because they are very flexible and very welcoming too. With the support of major shareholders, the BIM will contribute to the economic development of Mauritania by achieving its fundamental objectives and meeting the needs and aspirations of the Mauritanian population. It offers companies and economic operators modern and competitive banking services in accordance with Islamic prescriptions. And now to Senegal. Established in 1982 as a public limited company under Senegalese law, the Islamic Bank of Senegal, the BIS, launched in 2009 with an ambitious development plan. This plan made it an important player in Islamic finance in both the Senegalese and sub-regional banking landscape. The number of outlets has increased and the number of agencies has been multiplied by 10. In 2009, the BIS only counted 3 agencies. Today, it boasts of 33. Accordingly, its total balance sheet, which was barely 50 billion in 2009, is now around 370 billion. In terms of profitability, its results have risen from less than 100 million CFA francs to around 7,500 billion CFA francs. The BIS is a universal bank that, with the trust and support of major shareholders, contributes to Senegal's economic development by achieving the fundamental objectives set out in Article 3 of its statutes, namely, conduct collection activities in savings and grant financing on the basis of the principles of Islamic finance. In doing so, it meets the needs and aspirations of a large portion of the Senegalese population. Over the last 10 years, the BIS has undergone considerable evolution. Today, it contributes to the financing of Senegal's development with a credit exposure of around 300 billion and deposits of just over 300 billion. As far as its participation in the Senegalese economy goes, it is in all sectors. This includes everything from private clients to very small businesses, SMEs, large corporations and institutions. In Dakar, Dew Farm is a pharmaceutical distribution company. We started our activities with the Islamic Bank about 3 or 4 years ago. Its flexibility and account management and its proximity to our account managers and executives have been strong. The bank knew how to weave good links, which gave us flexibility in our foreign services relations. Specialized in the distribution of food products, particularly basic foodstuffs, Sedapol, which represents Nestle in Dakar Center, is an active client of the Islamic Bank of Senegal.
The relationships we have with the bank are excellent. We have processing facilities with the Islamic Bank and the operations are quite fast.
I've been a client of the Islamic Bank since 2015 or 2016. With the bank, I was able to acquire a vehicle. The bank also accompanied me on my real estate project, first through the acquisition of land and then through the construction of a house.
Seneginja, a client of the Islamic Bank of Senegal, specializes in agriculture and real estate development.
We can say that in our sectors, potato production and real estate, we are really the leaders. All this is our job, it's true, but it's largely thanks to the contribution of the Islamic Bank of Senegal.
Here at the Dakar International Blaise Diagne Airport, Transair is a thriving Senegalese airline. With the trust and support of the BIS, Transair is currently working to expand. The Islamic Bank of Senegal does not want to miss the train that is the modern global banking evolution.
We have already developed our mobile banking products. From your home, you can make your transactions or transfer money to whomever you want. You can send money to whomever you want and you can pay your bills remotely. You can simply supply electronic wallet and conduct your operations, and that represents the bank of tomorrow.
The bank of tomorrow, Tamweel Africa Holding intends to realize this as soon as possible.
L'enjeu de demain pour Tamweel, c'est de devenir un acteur.
Tomorrow's stake for Tamweel Africa Holding is to become a regional player, a continental player, more present and more powerful to support the development of this industry in different countries. Tamweel will participate in the development of new activities in banking, insurance institutions, and institutional leasing, and thus it will develop an ecosystem in accordance with Islamic law.
Un écosystème qui soit conforme aux droits musulmans.
Pour les années à venir,
In the coming years, Tamweel will continue to emphasize innovation and the digitization of its processes for the benefit of customers.
à l'attention de la clientèle.
Created in 2009 with nearly $30 billion in capital, today Tamweel Africa Holding Financial Corporation, 10 years after its launch, has a total balance sheet reaching $480 billion from $70 billion. Tamweel has 13,000 customers at its inception. Today it boasts more than 150,000 customers in its 4 countries. Moving forward, the group will further its mission of promoting Islamic finance in the sub-region by extending its network and thus doubling the size of its client base in the very near future.